श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम् ॐ सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनाधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. So, in the yesterday's class, we saw that the dream is because of the defect of sleep. Similarly, this creation which we perceive, which we experience, is because of the defect of ignorance. Vimohat, he said. So, this ignorance is the culprit. Now, in the next shloka, he says, nāhaṃ jāto na pravṛddho na naṣṭah dehasyoktāḥ prākṛtāḥ sarvadharmāḥ kartṛtvādiścinmayasyāsti nāhaṃ kārasyaiva hyātmano me śivo'ham. nāhaṃ jātah na pravṛddhah na naṣṭah dehasyoktāḥ prākṛtāḥ sarvadharmāḥ kartṛtvādiścinmayasya na ahaṃ eva hyātmanah me śivo'ham. So he says, aham, I, na jātah na pravṛddhah na naṣṭah. I am not born, not one who has growth, not one who dies. Okay. sarvadharmāḥ prākṛtāḥ dehasyoktāḥ. prākṛtāḥ sarvadharmāḥ dehasyoktāḥ. prākṛtāḥ, all this, that which is based on the prakriti, all these dharmas are set for the body. Okay. Prakriti means maya, simple. Kartṛtvādi sarvadharmāḥ ahaṃ kārasyaiva. We have to carry forward the sarvadharmāḥ and uktāḥ. Kartṛtvā, the doership, etc., all these attributes are accepted for the mind. Aham śivo'ham, I am that auspicious self. Me, in me, chinmayasyātmanah, me, in me, who is consciousness, who is the self, the consciousness self, the self which is consciousness, in me, naṣṭi, they don't exist. Okay, no. Aham na jātah, na pravṛddhah, na mritah, na naṣṭah. Three states are said. See, you don't have to say specify these three states. Even if you say nāhaṃ na jātah na naṣṭah, these two things, if you say, we already accepted that in between also. There is a logic called ādau antau yen nāsti madhyepi tat tatha. Ādau antau yen nāsti, that which does not exist in the beginning and that which does not exist at the end is same in the middle also. Meaning it does not exist in the middle also. So, if I am not born, then there is no death possible. If I don't die, if I am not born, then in the in-between possibilities are also as well negated. But still, he is not taking any chance. He says, na pravṛddhah, I am not one who has growth. There is a reason for this. We'll come to this reason. First, what is this? I am not born, I am not one who dies, and I am not one who grows. There is this nigandu, this kind of compilation called nigandu by Yaska. Okay. So there he says, etymology and all that are discussed there. So he says, everything undergoes shad bhava vikaraha, means six kinds of transformations. Whatever exists undergoes these six transformations. So that is jāyate, asti, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. These are the six transformations which everything which is born undergoes. Jāyate, it is born. Asti, it exists. Vardhate, it grows. Viparinamate, it transforms. Apakshiyate, it decays. Vinashyati, it destroys. So everything has this cycle. We are born, we gain existence, then we start pravṛddhi, we start growing. Okay, then viparinamate, there is a transformation. We start growing on the sideways, okay, or shrink, whichever. But basically, we grow sideways. We stop growing taller. We start growing wider. Then apakshiyate. Then at a point that also is lost. We lose weight and all that, and then finally vinashyati. We die. This is the common thing. Now he says he takes the birth and the death in between one. Instead of growth, transformation, and decay, he says only pravṛddha. Pravṛddha, growth. Only growth. Why is that? It is just a pointer to the other things also. The word, the pravṛddha it need not be taken, as I said, it need not be included. Even that, even without including, we understand that. But still, he is saying na pravṛddha, because when we are asked about birth and death, we may not accept the birth and death, but we accept. But I don't know, I have not experienced it. You are born. I don't know. When I was born, I didn't know. I die, I don't know the death. After death, who experiences death? Only the pain of dying you experience, not the death. Okay, so we don't experience the birth and death, really speaking. We experience only the growth or decay, whatever that may be. So people will start countering. Oh no, there is experience of. So to counter that, he says na pravṛddha. There is no growth transformation also. Na pravṛddha. So that is negated. Then this is with respect to Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan says, Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nainam kriyadantyāpo, nashoshayati marutaha. This body, this self, na enam self, this self is not made wet by water, burnt by fire, dried by air, or cut by instrument, weapons. So all that is said here. Okay. Then sarvadharmāḥ, prākṛtāḥ, sarvadharmāḥ, dehasyoktāḥ. All these are dharmas, attributes. All these dharmas, all these attributes, all these qualities are of the prākṛtāḥ. Are of prākṛtāḥ. Prākṛtāḥ means are made by prakriti. Prakriti means maya. Prakritehe bhavaha prākṛtāḥ. That which is of prakriti is prākṛta. Okay, so they are all of prakriti, maya, and dehasyoktāḥ. They are all set for the body, not for self. When I say, when you are asked, who are you? I am tall, short, heavy, light, white, black, whatever. All these attributes, qualities belong to the body, not the self. Prākṛtāḥ, prakriti is also maya. How? See, the state of equilibrium of, see, we say self is a Sat Chit Ananda. Okay. Similarly, the maya is also, maya has three gunas. The Sat Chit Ananda is not guna, but maya has three gunas. We'll come to that. Maya has three gunas. Three gunas means Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Trigunatmika Maya. That Trigunatmika Maya, when the Trigunatmika, the three gunas, they are in equilibrium, then there is no creation. That's called as pradhana. When there is a slight change in equilibrium, 33.33 is the equivalent split of these three gunas. Okay. Now, the 33.33, if it increases to 33.34 or 33. Decreases to 30.32, then there is creation. That is called as prakriti. So, that prakriti is a Trigunatmika Maya, this Maya. So, all this, whatever you see, the transformations, that is of the prakriti, not of the self. That is of the Maya, not of the self. Sarvadharmāḥ, all the dharmas. That is all the dharmas. Simply put, all the dharmas. Sarvadharmāḥ prākṛtāḥ uktāḥ. All the dharmas belong to the Prakriti. Dharmas don't belong to the self because self is explained as nirdharmakaha. Self is a nirdharmakaha. Nirdharmaka means attributeless, qualityless. Okay. What okay? Self is attributeless, qualityless. Very good. If we understand that, we accept that, then that is the full stop. That is the point. That is everything. But do we really understand? It is attributeless. It is qualityless. When we say, do we really understand? Yes. Okay. I'll say. The self is that which has the attribute, not attributeless, that which has an attribute of attributelessness. Dharma, nirdharma is the attributeless state. That attributelessness is the attribute of self. Now, self also has an attribute which is non-attribute. Self also has a quality which is qualityless or non-quality. No. Self has quality, self has attribute. Self is also that which has an activity of no activity. No activity is also an activity, right? So, self is one which has quality, that which is no quality. Self is that which has attribute, which is non-attribute. Self is that which has activity, that which is non-activity. No, self has all these. How can you negate it? So, we have to understand the word attributeless, nirguna, nishkriya, etc. We have to understand one, and you understand everything you understand. Think is, what is attributelessness? Nirguna. Nirguna, if you interpret it in proper way, it is a guna abhava. Absence of guna, absence of attribute, absence of quality, absence of activity is what is a nirguna. So when I say absence of attribute, we have to understand. See, I say there is absence of pot on the ground. What does that mean? Do I say the pot absence? No. I see the ground. I say there is absence of rocket. Why not? Rocket or flight or car or anything on my table. Of course, I see my table. Therefore, I can say there are absence of everything in this. There is absence of everything in this, right? So, absence means the substratum, nothing but the substratum. So, when I say absence of attribute, what I mean is essentially means that I am talking about the substratum. There is nothing other than substratum, right? So, that is why the dharmaka, there is no attribute. That is the attribute here. You can't say that. Why? Because absence of attribute is attributeless. Absence of activity is a non-activity. Okay, nirguna, nishkriya, etc. means this. Now he spoke about the body. Next he goes to the mind. Kartṛtvādi ahankarasya kartṛtvādi sarvadharmāḥ ahankarasya uktāḥ. You have to carry forward the sarvadharmāḥ and uktāḥ. So kartṛtva, etc., doership, etc. All these attributes are that belongs to ahankara. Ahankara means mind, not ego. It belongs to the mind. So here we are negating two things. When the body sense organ complex, that is how body this individual self is referred to. Jiva, when in Bhashya, when he wants to say Jiva, he will refer to it as a karya-karana sanghatah. Karya-karana sanghatah. Karya, body. Karana, karya means effect, body, karana, instrument, sense organs, mind, sanghatah, complex, body sense organ complex or body mind complex. That is how Bhagavan Bhashyakara interprets this. That is why this body is negated and mind is negated next. Okay. Now, kartṛtvādi. Kartṛtva means doership. Adi, kartṛtva means doership. Adi means etc. So what is that etc.? Doership. What does doership mean first? I am the doer. and eligible to do it and capable of doing it. All this is doership. And the second one is Adi. With Adi, you can say it as experiencership. Bhoktrutva. I am experiencer. I have the eligibility to experience it. That is the idea of Bhoktrutva. So, Adi, you need not limit it to the doership and experiencership. All the other attributes of the mind. Sarvadharmāḥ, we again say. All the other attributes. What are the other attributes? The attributes like the desire, the attributes like the hate, the attributes like fear, the attribute like shame, anything, laziness, everything. All these are attributes. That is why kama, sankalpa, vichikitsa, shraddha, ashraddha, hrir, dhir, vir, ityat manayeva. Everything is mind. All these different attributes, all these different thought functions are nothing but mind. Doership, experiencership is also an attribute, mind, thought function. So he says all these attributes belong to the mind, not me. So why do you have to say this two specifically? Because though we negated the body sense organ complex, the body, the mind, the sense organs, etc. in the first shloka itself, here we say this because normally this is what I identify myself with. I identify myself with the body or the sense organs. In the sense, I say, do you know who I am? I cannot accept. All this is the idea of body, attachment to the body or attachment to the mind. Nothing else. But how do I get attached to this? Because there is this process called satyanrute mithuni krutya. Satya anrute mithuni krutya. Satya means truth. Anruta means false. Mithuni means combining. Krutya, combining it, both. Krutya means to do. So, by combining both the real and false, truth and false. That is how we see this. This whole creation is a combination of truth and false. See, if you are completely true, there is no possibility to, no one believes it, actually. If it is completely false, no one believes it. That is the world. Completely true or completely false, there is no news. That is not a news. But half truth, that is what is news. When you say news, news is not truth, news is not lie, news is half truth. Only half truth sets. So this body sense organ complex, when we say, we see it as a I. Why? Because that is half truth. How? I am tall, I am short, I am angry. In all this, the I am is the truth, the tall, short, angry, afraid, etc. These are all attributes. This combination of non-real and real, the truth and lie, is what sells. That is why we identify ourselves with the body sense organ complex. So this is not me. Then who are you? Like always, śivo'ham, aham shiva, I am auspiciousness. I am auspiciousness means I am self. Because anything other than self, the non-self, is inauspicious. There is this Hanuman Chalisa, where they say Mangala Pavana Amangala Hari. One who destroys the Amangala, inauspiciousness. The whole creation is inauspicious. Ignorance. Destroying ignorance is the greatest blessing. So here, for me, who am I? Chinmayasya me, one who is consciousness, one who is knowledge. By consciousness, chit, we can also take a sat, chit, ananda, everything. One who is satchidananda in me, for me, atmanaha, the self, for me, naṣṭi. These don't exist. Neither the body attributes nor the mind attributes don't exist. Physical, psychological attributes are not me. They are both negative. So, though it is easy to negate, the biggest problem is we say, okay, I trust, God, Guru, etc. But the problem is when there is a situation that withers out. Like there was this person yesterday. He was going to meet some old lady who is a very sadhu kind of sattvic lady, old lady, 85 something. She was afraid. Suddenly, her health was not okay. She felt so. She called him, and he was going on the way. He visited me, and he was here. He contacted her, or she contacted him. So he gave the phone, just give her a pep talk. So I was asking her. She claims always that whatever Bhagavan does is okay for me. Whatever Lord does, God does, Ishvara does is okay for me. That is what she claims always, every time. The other person will try to talk Vedanta. I will say, let her be. Why? Why do you want to disturb it? So the thing is, I told her, okay, you always claim, let it. So she was saying, I don't want to just elongate this. If death comes, let it come immediately. I'm not against it, but I don't want to elongate it. I said, okay, but you say you trust God. You have Shraddha in Ishvara. Now, if this is the situation, are you the body? No. That amount of knowledge she has. She is not a Vedanti or anything. She has that amount of knowledge. I'm not the body. Okay. If you are not the body, and if you know that Bhagavan will take care of you, why should you be worried about it? Bhagavan in Gita very clearly says, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. I will take care of your yoga and kshema. Yoga means whatever you don't have, I will bring in to you. Kshema means whatever you have, I will protect. Yoga Kshema. Vahami Aham. I will bring, carry. Vaha Prapane. I will carry to you. So this is what is his promise. So once that promise is done, given by him, why should you be worried about whether I die now, I'll die later? The body attribute should not be your problem. It is a problem of Ishvara. Let him take care of it. You are not the body. You are clear about it. Okay. You have trust in Bhagavan. Let him do it. She was like, oh, now a big burden, a heaviness which I was carrying in my heart just melted off. This is the immediate reaction. Again, the problem comes, we forget it. That's the nature. Anyway, I don't know what happened later, but this is the situation. Yoga Kshemam Vahami. This body sense organ, Satyanruti Mithini Kriti. This is a very, that is why this sells. This idea sells. Okay, we'll see this. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.